Closed captioning for the Let's Dine Out show provided by Holiday Cafe, your neighborhood diner with 2 locations in Ontario and Mr. D's Diner in Laverne. Ready to satisfy your hunger and budget? Let's Dine Out is made possible by support from Food for Life Baking Company, makers of over 60 organic, all-natural sprouted baked goods, as well as gluten-free and vegan products. Food for Life Baking Company, dedicated to better health since 1964. Foodforlife.com. Sanborn's Air Conditioning and Heating, providing installation, maintenance, and repair of heating and air conditioning systems for home and businesses throughout the Inland Empire. Sanborn's Air Conditioning and Heating, 5-star comfort for 4 generations. Sanborn'sAC.com. And viewers like you, supporting local public television. Thank you.
I'm food critic Alan Borgen, member of the Southern California Restaurant Writers. I've been finding the best restaurants in the Inland Empire and Southern California for over 27 years. This is my job. This is my passion. Let's dine out. Welcome to another great edition of the Let's Dine Out show. I'm food critic Alan Borgen, and I have the pleasure of introducing you to my permanent co-host, Tricia Jansen. How are you doing, Tricia?
I'm fabulous.
Now, it's a lot of eating involved, and I know you're up for it. You're a big foodie.
I'm a huge foodie. I love to eat.
So, okay.
I have my stretchy pants on.
So do I. I've been doing that for many years. What's on the menu for today?
First, we're off to Redlands for some unique barbecue at Mill Creek Restaurant. Then, we're going to step back in time to the Grand Oak Steakhouse and Bar at the historic Highland Springs Resort in Cherry Valley.
Ready for some great barbecue in Redlands?
I'm definitely ready for barbecue.
Off to Mill Creek. Located just off the 10 freeway at the California exit in Redlands is a unique barbecue-themed restaurant called Mill Creek. Not to be confused with their parent Mill Creek Cattle Company restaurant in Mentone, this smaller, quaint restaurant is a clean and inviting California Western-themed eatery that was recently featured on Restaurant Impossible on the Food Network. The menu features a large array of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items, many of which you will not find anywhere else. Everything on the menu is made fresh in the kitchen and under the directions of owners Lisette and Steve Brown. Mill Creek is a restaurant that you really must try. I've known about this restaurant many times. I've eaten here many times. And to me, this is the finest it's been. Not too long ago, I believe it was March of this year, Robert Irvine from Restaurant Impossible came out and did a whole remake of the whole restaurant. Looks different. It's a different feel. I'm not a big country westerns fan. To me, it was real cluttered before.
Right.
Now it's more California western.
Yeah.
It's just enough to give you a little something different. But the food is what really impressed me, and the service. This is probably the best service they've ever had. But it's the food way you want to come here for.
For sure.
Let's get right into it.
All right.
For breakfast, I would suggest the kitchen sink omelet. This is $8.99. This is a 4-egg omelet with sausage, ham, tri-tip brisket, and lots of bacon, as well as sauteed mushrooms and cheddar and jack cheese, topped with pico de gallo, avocado, and a choice of side and a beverage, all for $8.99, a terrific deal. Go for the tater tots. You can get regular potatoes, which are okay, but the tater tots are what you want to go to. But this is a great breakfast. It has a lot of meat, so for those protein eaters out there that want a lot of protein, this is a great dish.
For sure. It had 3 of my favorite ingredients, bacon, cheese, and avocado. So how can you go wrong? I loved it.
It was really good.
Delish.
Next came the stuffed French toast. This is a new item on the menu. This is $6.99. You can either get it with bourbon apple or strawberries. Duh, we went for the bourbon apple.
Oh, for sure.
This is 2 thick slices of Texas toast bread that was put in an egg bath and then grilled. Mm-hmm. It came inside, was stuffed with a sweet cream cheese filling. And then they had Granny Smith apples sliced real thin, and it was kind of cooked with bourbon and cinnamon and butter. And what's good about that is you really don't taste the alcohol.
No.
You get that nice Jack Daniel's bourbon taste.
Yeah, no, it's cooked out,
right.
But it has just a great, and lots of cinnamon.
Yeah, nice
fresh
flavor. And you get your sausage or bacon. I would go for the sausage, even though you like bacon. This is just another nice breakfast. My only suggestion is they put a little more cream in it.
Cream cheese.
A little more cream cheese.
Yeah,
cream cheese filling.
Yeah, I felt like it needed a little bit more cream cheese. I loved that Steve makes his own apple. He takes them and does the whole peeling them, and and I just thought that made it special.
Now here's one of many Robert Irvine's specialties. This is the Mill Burger, $8.95. Wow. 1/3 pound hand-formed all-beef burger. It was grilled, placed on a house-made bun with steak sauce, brisket, coleslaw, and a little drizzle of either steak sauce, barbecue sauce, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure. Juicy, messy as can be. This is
So
one that
good.
I need an extra pair of hands. I mean,
For sure.
to me, it was too big.
Yeah, it's a fork and knife.
That's a problem. Yeah.
It's a fork and knife.
But a lot of people eat it, as with the other item we had here. Just grab onto it.
Put a
and
bib
arr.
on and dig in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it as well. What I liked about it is the burger was very juicy on its own, and then the meat, the brisket, was so good.
Just
I mean,
tender,
it
had
was
nice-
tender.
right.
It wasn't tough at all. I loved the crisp coleslaw with it. I thought it was delicious. So good. And the bun. I have to talk about the bun. Hand formed, fluffy, light. I can't say enough about their buns.
Yeah, very, very good.
They have good buns.
I'm not going to go there. Also, you get a choice of side. We had a potato salad with this one. Carrots, celery. I think it was a John mustard. Excellent potato
Yeah, it
salad.
was a grain mustard.
It was
It was a very grainy mustard.
grain.
It was really good. I thought it was kind of an exceptional potato
of
salad,
flavor.
actually. Yeah.
Okay, next came the half-pound spicy link sandwich, $7.99. Now, this is a sandwich where if you really want to pig out, and you
Yeah.
don't mind how you look and wear a shirt that's messy, because
Yeah.
this was a substantial
huge.
sandwich. This is 2 quarter-pound spicy link sausages that are split in half and they're grilled. Then they're topped with onions, bell
Peppers.
peppers, jack cheese mixture, and barbecue sauce. And I really need help with this. I needed another 2 arms. This is a massive
Yeah, it's huge.
creation. Delicious. It had kick to it. I like something spicy. This one did. Now, we had this with the coleslaw by itself.
Yeah.
We liked it so much on the last one, we wanted it by itself. And
Yeah.
it was a nice effort. If you like spicy, this is what you want to go after.
Yeah, I'm not a huge sausage fan, so, it definitely wasn't my favorite, but I thought it had good flavor.
Do you like spicy?
I like spicy. Yeah, I
this
like
is nice.
spicy.
Almost like a Cajun kick.
Yeah, it had a little kick to it.
It was
yeah.
good. Okay, next came the tour. This is $7.99. This consisted of 3 mini sliders with tri-tip, brisket, pulled pork, and it comes with a side and a drink for $7.99. I don't know how they do it.
Crazy.
That's nuts.
It's a huge portion.
Now they say mini sliders. I want to know what the regular sliders
Yeah.
are. This was a nice substantial amount of tri-tip brisket and
Oh,
pulled
yeah.
pork.
You
the
could
meats,
share that.
all the meats were very, very good, juicy, tender. I've had them before here. We're a little dried out. It wasn't here
No.
now. And again, you get the choice of side. We had sweet potato fries, which are excellent.
They were so
nice and
good.
crispy. Sprinkled with a little sugar.
Yeah, they're sweet. I mean, they're not just sweet potato fries, but they actually, a lot of places just put salt on them. They
Right.
actually had, it almost tasted like a salt and sugar mix because it wasn't super sugary. Very good.
Okay, next is another Robert Irvine special. This is his chili. It's $5.99. Now this one really threw me for a loop. It was delicious, but it has turkey and chicken.
Yes.
No beef, no,
No.
tri-tip, no red of meat. Chicken and turkey only. And it comes with onion, onion, grated cheese,
Yep.
cornbread, and the chili was excellent.
I actually loved this chili. I thought it was so good. I make a lot of chili at home. I'm kind of a chili snob, actually.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Comes out.
I know, but I thought I would come for just the chili. It's
And-
that good.
Well, it was nice. It was rich. Had a nice bold, assertive
yeah,
flavor to it.
but not too spicy.
No, and no beans. I don't
Yeah,
like
not a
chili
fan of
beans.
beans.
So.
Yeah, very good. And then the cornbread muffin, usually cornbread's very dry. It was very moist. I really like that.
Well, I've had more moist. This is a little flaky for me. Cornbread's one of those things
How
either.
mushy do you want it to be?
Well, not mushy, just dry. I like real
No,
moist.
I thought it was perfect.
Okay, well, okay.
Perfect.
Your opinion. Now we have ribs. These are pork spare ribs, $16.99. Now this is a very special rub that Robert Irvine came up with. It has a coffee-based rub to it,
Yeah.
dry coffee rub. It's very, very good.
Delicious.
This is 5 large, meaty, huge, tender pork spare ribs. It comes with 2 sides. We had a 3 cheese potato and the onion rings.
Yeah.
Absolutely delicious. This one had a lot of smoke flavor to it. I
It
thought.
did.
Very delicate.
Yep.
They basted with their sauce, their barbecue sauce, and I really like the ribs. I mean, I've been critical of them before, but these are just so meaty, and I
They were
love them.
delicious. And I love that they have so many sauces to choose from as well. That's something I don't know that we mentioned, that there's so many different sauces to choose from, and they're delicious.
Right. Well, they have. Let's see. They have a regular. They have the spicy regular. They have the spicy bourbon, sweet bourbon, and the Carolina sludge,
Which is a mustard base.
base.
Yeah, they're all equally good.
right.
Very good.
Any of those are just great choices.
Yeah, and it's kind of fun to just dip them in each, kind of have
Also,
that
dip
variety.
fries in. And,
oh, yeah.
I saw you do that with your muffin.
I did. No.
Corn muffin. Okay, next came the triple treat barbecue platter,
Yum.
$13.99. This was tri-tip, brisket, pulled pork. This came with 2 sides. They have a special kale salad and mac and cheese.
Oh my gosh.
Let's talk about the sides first.
Yes.
The kale salad.
Oh my
It had a little
gosh.
vinegar in it. I'm not even sure what else they had in there.
Bacon.
It was bacon. Okay, that's why I liked it. It was very, very good.
Smoky,
A lot of people don't
tangy.
like kale for some reason, but this one's really, really
That
good.
was amazing.
was
Like
good.
seriously, I want just like a jug of it to go.
We'll get that for you.
Okay.
And then the mac and cheese. What's nice
Yum.
about that, it was smoked, real sharp cheddar cheese, and it's excellent. I mean,
It's
it's
well
made
worth
fresh
it.
to order and
Yep.
so good.
It's delicious,
A lot
actually.
of cheese. And then the last entree was the pastrami sandwich, $9.99. Now, when I saw this, I was like, yeah, pastrami's pastrami. But after I tried it, it was like, no, this is different. They get the pastrami, they grill it on a flat grill.
Right.
Then they spritz it with barbecue sauce. So it's kind of a mix with barbecue sauce. And the results are amazing because it's a light barbecue sauce almost. I'm not sure
Just
how
smoky.
they do it.
It's just smoky.
It's just delicious.
Yeah.
And it's not, it wasn't that fatty. And it's just
No.
a different version of pastrami. Usually you
Right.
think of Langers or Cantors, the peppery, I
Right.
couldn't taste the pepper, but this is excellent. It's soaked into the bread, and it comes with fries and a drink for $9.99. I mean, that's a steal.
Yeah, I really am not a fan of pastrami, and I absolutely love this dish. I took a bite of the meat, and I was like, whoa, and I went in for a few more bites.
Then there's dessert. This is a house-made banana bread pudding with rum sauce, $4.95. All I could say is marshmallow, raisins, banana, bread, cream, eggs, and a whole bunch of other things they wouldn't tell me. Absolutely marvelous.
Yeah, I pretty much died and went to heaven. I loved it.
What was it? The sauce? It was a really nice rum sauce.
It was
Again,
the
all the
sauce.
alcohol's burned out.
Yeah, it's just that butter rum, you know what I mean? It's just buttery and that golden raisin in there, and oh, it was so good. I mean, and the bananas. It's like a banana Foster bread pudding, right?
It tasted much like
Yeah,
that.
I loved it.
And again, marshmallows. I mean, it's got things in
Marshmallows.
there. Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yep. They all melted and everything.
Okay,
So.
it was delicious.
Okay, Tricia, what are 3 of your favorites?
Obviously, the bread pudding. That was absolutely exceptional. I love the mill burger. I love the smokiness of the meat with the burger and the bun. I love
You're the
that.
bun person.
And the chili. The chili was so good. On a cold day, boy, I want that for sure.
I like the kitchen sink omelet. I mean,
good.
with all the different meats and the flavor combinations. Portion was huge. It's enough for
Huge.
2 meals, easy.
3.
So I thought that was very, very good. Again, the mill burger was really it was a messy creation.
But
It's like
delicious.
a lot of flavor to it. And the chili. I thought that chili was excellent, and it just fooled
I
me.
agree.
That it's chicken and turkey, so,
Yeah, surprising. But
Yeah.
the flavors were so good.
right.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of the owners. They've really
Yeah.
listened to Robert Irvine and their customers, too. It's a really lovely little restaurant. And in the past, they've been knocked for a lot of different things, but all that's gone. I think, again, the food, the service, everything here is and the prices are
Oh,
amazing.
the prices are amazing.
And
The
it's a nice
quantity.
little place, again, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I would definitely come back, and I'm going to, in fact, tomorrow.
I'll be back.
Good stuff. Now that we spoiled you with a lot of great barbecue, we're off to Cherry Valley, to Highland Springs Resort, where we're going to pamper Tricia and me with some great food and really, really nice resort. Highland Springs Resort in Cherry Valley is Riverside County's first historic landmark and dates back to 1884. Surrounded by 2,400 acres of olive trees, fields of lavender, organic farming, a hotel, vintage cottages, and named after their 1,100-year-old coastal live oak tree, the Grand Oak Steakhouse and Bar is their signature restaurant that features an exciting menu of unique and delicious lunch and dinner items that change seasonally. The large, old, California-inspired rustic dining room and their relaxing bar area are the perfect settings to impress or just get away from life's everyday stress. General Manager Tina Kummerly is passionate about keeping the integrity of this historic resort, while Chef Stefan Weck is the inspiration behind the comfort classics and internationally influenced fusion dishes that are designed with ingredients that complement one another for a full flavor experience. Okay, Okay, Tricia, I promise you a very memorable experience, and here we are in Cherry Valley at the Highland Springs Resort.
It's amazing here. I cannot believe that we're 3 miles off the freeway. This is absolutely stunning here.
And the restaurant, oh man, you guys are in for a real treat.
Amazing.
Let's start with the black tiger shrimp and blue lump crab cake. This is only $11. It's fried. It's placed on top of a pomegranate seed, Brussels sprout, carrots, and kombucha squash. And it has Parmesan, dried cranberries, pomegranate vinegar, a parsley pesto vinaigrette drizzle.
Oh.
It's got incredible flavors, and that sets the stage for everything we have here. It's all about flavors,
Absolutely.
and everything just stands out.
It's actually the most visually beautiful dish I think I've ever seen. It was like a floral arrangement. It was so beautiful. The colors and the flavors, it tasted beautifully.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Then we have the house-made wild boar terrine, $10. This is made in-house, like everything else here. This is white boar meat with pork belly, spices, pork rind. It's molded and then it's slowly cooked.
Right.
It comes with pickled beets and apple chutney. And it was kind of garnished with just real cocoa powder, basically.
Yeah,
that was
in the
it.
raw.
In the raw. So it's a little bitter, but you taste it with everything else, with the black pepper on top of the pork
Yeah.
belly. Amazing.
It was very different.
And what's nice about it was the sweetness of the tanginess of the chutney.
Right.
You got the pickling of the beets, the sweetness of the
apples.
apples, along with the real textured, delicious wild boar. I get excited. This is why I'm stumbling all over the place. This is really excellent. I love this one. Then came some side dishes. Now there's about 8 or 9 side dishes. The best of the best are the roasted Brussels sprouts with preserved lemon oil, terrific roasted flavor, delicate Brussels sprout taste. If you don't like Brussels sprouts, still get this one.
These are delicious.
It was that great. Then we had the oven roasted Jerusalem artichoke with preserved lemon and Parmesan. And it kind of, if you feel like you're eating like a potato, the outside had a crunch, the inside had the texture of like a squash.
Almost.
Very unique and
I've never
something
tasted
I've
them
never
before.
had.
Me neither. Very different and very delicious.
Right. And lastly,
My favorite.
the Spätzle and cheese. I mean, now the chefs from Germany, and this is Spätzle is definitely
Yes.
a German influence kind of dumpling, you could say.
It's their version of mac and cheese.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was thick, had a nice texture to it, a delicious creamy cheese sauce. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was your.
I absolutely love this dish. It was amazing, creamy. The texture of the homemade Spätzle was it was just perfect.
Lots of cheese on it.
Oh, so much
I think it was
cheese.
Swiss cheese.
I don't know
Forgot
what
to
it
ask,
was.
but it was very good.
It was so good.
So good. Now for the entrees, we had New York strip loin steak, $27. This is the delicious 10-ounce Newport certified Angus steak. Seasoned, it was grilled on an open fire grill, and it's served with steak fries, the seasonal veggies, which were carrots, broccoli, fennel, eggplant, cauliflower, and broccoli stems. And it changes seasonally.
Yeah, it seasons.
Just as juicy a steak as you can get. I've never had a steak like this. I mean, it's not an expensive cut of meat in terms of, New York.
Right.
But juiciness, perfectly seasoned, perfectly cooked.
Yeah, I think you'd be hard pressed to find a better steak. It really was just
excellent.
perfect.
Really
yeah,
good.
if you like steak, that's
Now,
for you.
the best of all. This is called Côte de Boeuf. This is $30 a person, $60 for two. It's made for
Right.
two. This is a double cut ribeye, 32 ounces.
So good.
It's seasoned, it's pan seared, then it's put in the oven to finish cooking.
Yeah.
And then it rests a little bit so all the juices come together, and then basted with butter, and it's served with steak fries and those wonderful vegetables. All I can say is wow. That's all that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
This is a hearty dish. There's a lot of meat. For $30, you can't get any better.
Yeah, it's a dish to impress. It would be a great date, dish. They kind of bring it to your table. It has a very dramatic presentation.
present it to you
Yeah, they
first, and then
present
they
it
go
to
back
you.
and
Yeah,
cut it
it's
and-
just and it's so much food. It's just I think it's a very good value.
And the outside, nice and crispy, great exterior. It
Yeah.
had, black pepper in it, so good.
Beautiful.
Then they had the venison duel. This was $30, 6-ounce venison chop. It was cooked medium rare. Then they had venison ragu. It's leg meat of the venison with onion, red wine, port wine, garlic, star anise, cinnamon, cranberry sauce. I mean, it's cooked with a whole bunch of stuff reduced down,
Yeah.
tender. It's actually inside a celery root. It's with cream, Yukon potatoes. So it's like mashed potatoes, and inside there is the ragu.
Yeah, it's so good.
Magnificent. It comes with red cabbage, coleslaw, tangy sweet, kombucha squash, which is a Japanese squash.
Yeah.
Then they have fried salsa fry, which is a root vegetable, comes from Europe.
Yeah.
And he uses ingredients, again, the influences here. It's got, European, Asian, French, Italian.
It's crazy. It's all over.
Fine
Yeah.
dining. The vegetables, there's so many vegetables and ingredients that I use that you won't find anywhere else. I've never seen these.
I do a lot of fine dining, and I've never heard of half the things we ate today. They were so unique and so different. And this was so tender. I have to say how tender the
venison is
meat
the
is.
best.
So beautifully cooked.
Good stuff. Then the beef bourguignon's next. $27. This is a standard dish. They tried taking it off, and they had to have this back on.
Absolutely.
This is a nice portion. It's a classic French dish made with chunks of beef, braised in red wine, gluten, and it comes with gluten-free, large goat cheese gnocchi, butternut squash. It's called Peruvian beans. They're like green beans. They're purple, and then when you cook them, they turn green. Italian parsley and a brown beach mushroom, again from Japan. What can I say? Marvelous. The meat just fell apart. Intense wine flavors, and that's what French food's all about.
Yeah.
And he definitely knows French food.
Yeah, I would say this is the most classic French dish of everything we tasted. And the meat was so tender, the sauce was so beautiful. Again, that parsley pesto was just.
The colors on this.
Oh,
everything
and the
just explodes.
gnocchi, they were almost. I mean, it wasn't a traditional
reminded
gnocchi
me
like
of
you would think of like an Italian
It's almost
restaurant.
like a cake,
Like a biscuit almost, but a very buttery. Oh, so good.
reminded me like a fried risotto cake.
Yeah.
But the goat cheese
Just
in
to
there. And
sop up all that juice, and this was so good.
getting hungry again.
Yeah, that was delicious.
They also have a nice burger here. It's called the Grand Oak Burger, $13. This is a 3rd-pound Angus burger with avocado, red onions, lettuce, tomato, provolone cheese, a house-made aioli on a house-made bun, served with a side of an incredible, aromatic, fresh-cut salt, sugar, rosemary fries.
Oh, that's a
the
mouthful.
flavors, when they brought it to the table, it overwhelmed the senses. And
Yeah.
it's just nothing fancy about this burger.
No.
Except it's juicy and it's all about
And
flavors.
delicious. This is the best $13 you'll ever spend. I mean, seriously.
fries? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, everything's fresh, everything's house-made. It's just delicious. You can't find a better burger. It's
know.
just so good.
Then there's desserts. One was the Rocky Road Profiteroles Cream Puffs. And you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, that was delicious. That was basically a deconstructed Rocky Road. They put chocolate, like a road of chocolate on the plate. Paintbrushed it on there. They had homemade marshmallows, candied walnuts, and these, it was like a chocolate sorbet, right, inside the pastry?
It was like a mousse.
Like a mousse.
Just dense and rich and
So good.
heaven, pure heaven.
Amazing.
Then the second plate, which we had to sample, well, it had pumpkin creme brulee, nice topping on top, real
Yeah,
crisp.
had the crunch that you look for with the torch sugar.
And
So
the
good.
creme brulee by itself is good, but pumpkin flavor.
Yes. Oh, it was over the top.
Then there was the brownie. That's the one you loved.
I did.
Had a little caramel sauce on the
Yes.
bottom and on top, and just enough again for 2 people. It's perfect.
It was perfect. Just very dense
Beautiful
chocolate
bite.
flavor, and then there's the hit of that creamy caramel sauce. It was perfect.
So good. Okay, as for favorites, mine were the house-made wild boar terrine. I really like that. Secondly was the Côte de Boeuf, which was, again, the double ribeye steak. Oh, so good. And lastly, the beef bourguignon. That was like the perfect bourguignon dish.
Yeah, I agree. The beef bourguignon was one of my favorites. I loved how tender the meat was, the sauce. It just had all the components.
wine, oh.
Yeah, it had all the components that I love. The creamy butternut squash and the gnocchi. And I have to say, the spatzel and cheese, I love that. That was so good. I want a doggy bag of that for sure. I want that for lunch tomorrow. And then I have to say the pumpkin creme brulee.
So you're a dessert person. You're a sweet
I am.
person,
I'm a
that's why.
sweet tooth. Yeah, I love it.
You know, again, Highland Springs Resort is a marvelous destination to go to. It's relaxing, it's history. I mean, Albert Einstein, Milton Berle, all these Hollywood stars would come here. A lot of people would come here just to get away.
Yeah.
This is like the Catskills in the West. And there's a lot of great, things to see and do here. They have the Lavender Festival, they have a sausage and beer festival. They have all kinds of things. They have little summer camps for kids where they learn about ecology and farming and all that stuff. And
It's just beautiful.
it's a marvelous location, and again, it's right off the freeway. It's right here at the Inland Empire.
Crazy.
You've got to come here. I don't care where you live,
Yeah.
wherever. If you're watching this show, you've got to go.
You have to come.
I guarantee you'll like it.
And the smell. The minute you come here, it's like the smell. It's the
well,
lavender. and
Lavender just
it's
overwhelms you.
yeah,
Rosemary, lavender, all of
It's just a beautiful
Good stuff.
property.
I don't know about you, but I had a great day today, and that's what the show's all about. And until next week, this is food critic Alan Borgen.
And Trisha Jansen.
Happy eating, everybody. You know what's really neat about this room? We're the only ones here. Everyone's left.
Yeah.
The echo.
Hello.
Batting for Maury Wills. Number 41. Frank.
Sidney
Crosby.
Crosby.
No, that's hockey, not baseball.
Let's dine out.
Closed captioning for the Let's Dine Out show provided by Holiday Cafe, your neighborhood diner with 2 locations in Ontario and Mr. D's Diner in Laverne. Ready to satisfy your hunger and budget? Let's Dine Out is made possible by support from Food for Life Baking Company, makers of over 60 organic, all-natural sprouted baked goods, as well as gluten-free and vegan products. Food for Life Baking Company, dedicated to better health since 1964. Foodforlife.com. Sanborn's Air Conditioning and Heating, providing installation, maintenance, and repair of heating and air conditioning systems for home and businesses throughout the Inland Empire. Sanborn's Air Conditioning and Heating, 5-star comfort for 4 generations. SanbornsAC.com. And viewers like you, supporting local public television. Thank you.